Another day, another dollar, right?
Man.
Every day.
Every day.
Working class.
Working class, but we out here
yeah.
grinding and shining. And today, we're here with one of the most amazing motherfuckers I ever seen. Do y'all know who that is?
CHRVNS.
Pause. No, we talking about the Triacs. Triacs, man. But yeah, that is correct. My name is CHRVNS. This is
Morgan.
And this is Shut Up and Listen. And we are so happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for
I'm freaking excited to be here, man.
What's up, gang? How y'all doing?
Dude, I've
Great,
been watching the podcast, and I've just been so excited, man. Like, this is such a cool setup, and it's an honor to be here, man.
Gosh, yeah, shout out Bob.
Shout
Yeah,
out,
shout
Bob. Shout out the team that brought us.
The real one.
So now we just get to hang out with local artists and chill.
What a vibe, man. And, like, all this, it's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, so I guess for the people that don't know, as you would say, go ahead, take it away.
For the people that don't know, who are you? Who are you and what do you play? And go in your little row here.
Jack.
I'm Jack. I play bass and I sing sometimes.
I'm Eric. I play drums and I also sing sometimes.
I'm Elliot. I sing most of the times, but not all the times. And I play guitar. And if I could bring an organ to every venue in Bellingham, I would also play organ, but it's just not realistic.
It's not very
you know?
transportable.
Yeah.
You can't
It's
bring a
pretty
B3.
You can't, but you can probably get
So
a
let's figure it out.
like the actual like patch of it and have it plugged
Oh,
up.
true, yeah.
That'd be
yeah.
cool.
I need a good MIDI controller and then all that stuff. But
One of those like foot switches.
I actually bought
Getty
like
Lee.
a foot MIDI controller to plug into my synth, and I haven't brought it to a live show, but I like made all these presets and stuff, and yeah.
I feel like you just waiting to take it
I
to
was
the
like,
live
it's a-
show.
I'll
new
wait.
year.
One show, I'm gonna drop it.
New year,
There you
do
go.
some, bring it to the people, you know?
I'll bring the heat.
But hold on, bro. Hold on. Hey, say I sing a little bit. Everybody sing.
That's true, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So does everybody write the lyrics? How does this work?
Actually, we've gone back and forth on a few of the songs.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a collaborative thing.
Yeah.
A lot of it is Elliot for the most part.
I write, like, a lot of our main albums are kind of like over the top, you know, like sci-fi, fantasy, like shit. So I write
that's
that
the
kind of
vibe,
stuff. But then, like, we also have more low-key, just like songs that we'll bust out for shows and chill stuff. And me and Jack go back and forth on that. Jack's written all of them, some of them by himself, you know. So it's like one of those things where it's like I'm really good at one particular thing, but it's like this is 33%. Or 33 and 1/3.
33.9. 33.3. Yeah.
Yeah,
33.3.
there's no leader. You know,
The ether is
so-
the .01.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
what comes first is
That's the
the
shit
instrument
brings
writing part or is it the lyric part then?
Definitely the instruments.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the vibe, the sonic.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of the times, like stuff I'm writing, I'll just like have the guitar riff, you know, and then I'm like, bah, 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 and like singing just like gibberish, and eventually it like coalesces into lyrics. So a lot of times it like doesn't even mean anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when I listen back to some of the stuff and then it's like released, I'm like, wow, that actually doesn't make sense at all, you know.
It sounds good and that's what matters.
Yeah, exactly. Like I really don't care. I don't think about it. It doesn't keep me awake at night, you know. So
Yeah.
the best lyrics are gibberish. So
You know, it really is.
Listen to half my shit.
listen to all our shit.
No. Who wrote Iron?
that was a demo. So all my songs for like the proggy mathy stuff, that's like pre-programmed MIDI demos. Like I could play you the sound file and it would just sound like 8-bit, you know, SNES.
These MIDI files are crazy. Like I swear.
Take 5 minutes to load on like a
Yeah.
bit
Oh, I can only
computer and it
imagine,
still
bro.
crashes.
Yeah.
Like it's
You can load it up, but you could put it in a cartridge in your NES, man.
Yeah.
Like they're all pre-written out, but yeah, I wrote that one, and I just find ways to like fit them into the songs. Like chapter 1, our album is supposed to just be one song, 4 chapters, you know. So chapter 2, our upcoming album, is a similar vibe, you know, 4 songs and combined together, so it's like sort of orchestral, you know.
Yeah.
You get that feeling of like
Act 1,
movements.
Act 2.
Exactly,
Or
yeah.
movement 1,
A bit of a
movement 2, I
journey.
should say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could not be that. It's whatever people want it to be, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just like putting it out there and like this is what I think music is interesting about music, and then other people pick that up, you know. Like my favorite like musicians do shit like that, you know.
Yeah. Mhm.
But it doesn't mean it's a right way or a wrong way. I'm just super obsessive about that, where I'll put in each individual little note and like little bass thing I want Jack to play. I'm like, right there, you know.
Stop playing with me, bro.
What's that?
This is something I've been on like all month.
Okay.
It's about the details and like how
the artist, or even including myself or yourself, just all of us here in the room, whoever,
Right.
will put together a piece of art, and they have all these little like details that they have so much meaning.
Yeah.
But when it's when it's perceived by public, it's just like, it's just this. And then if you catch up, you can pick up on these little things, and it means so much more.
Oh yeah.
For example, like making doing like tiny callbacks, or just don't get me started. All right,
You're like right up my alley.
honestly, I'm about to go off, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, just for example, the chapter 1, chapter 2, and those chapters going into each other, right?
Yeah.
But also, those 4 songs are one song.
Right.
Yes.
Random example, Jaden Smith.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, like Pink and Blue.
Yeah. Willow, man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pink and Blue and the first 4 songs of both albums,
Totally.
it's damn well it's a 20-minute song. He just split it up.
Yeah. I think even Tyler did some stuff like that. Like his
yeah.
storytelling is like, iterative. But it's a trick too, because like when you do stuff like that, you want all the songs to kind of sound the same. Because obviously they weren't all recorded at the same time necessarily. Eric did a lot of the drum takes in one.
How is
and
that?
then like pick the best parts, but it's like all the way through.
Yeah.
Recording this 20-minute song.
Chapter 1 was interesting because we ultimately wanted to do like a one take, get it all videotaped and like see what happens. But we never ended up actually videotaping it.
Why not?
Just like logistically we couldn't I don't know. It took a lot more time to make
Yeah.
sure that all 3 of us were content with our performances.
Yeah.
And so we decided to just we want to get this out there. So
The music is so hard, man.
Because especially for Terrastal, we had to we took off a year from performing just because it was
it was ambitious.
it was a lot to undertake for that album.
I think
we're not
when we were writing
you know what I
it,
mean? It's
Ellie was
hard.
trying to teach me some of the riffs, and I would try to play it, and I'd just completely mess it up. And he goes, "Oh, that sounded kind of cool, though."
And then I put it in
then
the
he'd add it to the song. So the song would just get more and more complex as it keeps going because I keep messing up.
It's sort of like a punishment,
Yeah.
It was horrible, but
Your mistakes
did it
will
to
live on.
yourself.
But I did it to myself, exactly.
I thought it sounded good, so I was like,
Yeah, so we.
Let's see, it's little air candies and whatnot here and there.
Because like
Exactly.
it's never done. Like when you release an album, if you've never played it live, you take it on tour or whatever, and then like it starts morphing. You add these little things. You're like, hey, we should do that there. And then the song's different. So it's like the recording is just like a snapshot. I want the song to like always keep growing.
Exactly.
Not be the same.
I mean,
thing all
Still
the time.
alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the stuff that we play off of our first EP, we play it like totally different.
Yeah.
Like, we've those songs are like slower than we plan. There's there's parts that we just do not do in the
They're not even the
recording.
same
I
tuning
listen to
anymore.
that stuff a lot.
I detest listening to that first album because it's like just because we now tune down like a half step in general.
Yeah. Because I can't sing.
Yeah, because neither of us can sing that high. And like when it gets to my parts, I'm like,
That's hard to listen to. Yeah. Well,
I like that.
it was a special project though because that was when we were
That was
recording.
COVID still.
Yeah, it was back in COVID days. So like the 3 of us, we didn't even live in Bellingham. We were like in 3 completely different towns, and it was.
You've been there.
You've been there.
You've been there.
Just bring this back. Hold on. How did it... Take us through the steps.
Well, okay.
Before,
so,
what was
the,
before Triacs, the making of Triacs.
Okay.
so the pandemic hits, and you want to start even?
No. Just let Jack tell this because
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah.
it was
Okay,
yeah,
so-
Jack's
So in a previous life,
Jack's our historian.
in a previous life, Eric and I were in a band called Tambo, like back in high school.
Spotify.
And Elliot was in a different band called C, and we would play at the local teen center in our kind of around where our central location of where we lived.
Where's this at?
In
Redmond.
the
It's like Redmond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would throw shows, and they also had a like recording studio that you could just go in and like use.
It was
And,
so
like
sick.
I taught myself how to play drums in that studio because you could just walk in, and
Same.
if no one was using it, you could just.
It was
play.
so fun.
It was
That place
super,
was
it was
awesome.
really radical.
Shout out Redmond Firehouse.
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
Shout out Austin Horner, man.
Yeah.
Austin Horner.
And then
We need more of that.
one day after school, I drag Eric to this place
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, dude, it's so cool. And
But Eric was
and
too cool for it. So.
and this guy is hanging out in the studio.
Dude, because
Like,
I
he's-
sat in that studio. I had no friends. I sat in that studio. Like, from the time they opened, I was waiting outside the door. And then I would be in there playing drums, playing bass. I would try to get people to come in, be like, hey, what do you play? Okay, I'll play whatever to, like, bounce off of what you play. Because, like, that's how I learned, like, different instruments, It was just, like, that jam stuff,
Yeah.
But yeah, I must have been jamming in there, and then you guys came in, and
Yeah.
it was just like, oh
And
shit,
then-
the guys from Tambo,
Yeah.
you know.
And then it just became a friendship, lots of jams and all that good stuff, some shows, and then over quarantine we just like
We were fucking bored.
yeah,
I mean,
like everyone, there wasn't much to do, so we were just
Absolutely.
like hey, we all have like, because like with Tambo we all like we did self-recording and self-production. And Elliot also does like self-recording and self-production, so we had all the means to do it isolated. So
Yeah.
we just started.
You sent me over a bunch of demos and
a MIDI.
like MIDI, like those MIDI demos basically.
Yeah.
So
That took 5 minutes to load.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think you had the software.
And then once the bubble opened, like I went to your old like studio apartment and we like jammed on some.
That was true. Also, there were times in your garage.
Oh,
that
there
We
was
did a
lots
lot
of
of
garage,
jams in
lots
the
of
garage. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Garage jams are undefeated.
Like Facades was written in that garage.
we wrote a lot of songs in that garage, just like the early stuff. But it's like, yeah, it's always been collaborative. It wasn't like I brought a bunch of songs. It was like I had loose ideas, and then like they really refined it. Cause I mean, I can't play bass like Jack. I can't play drums like Eric. You know what I mean? I might have ideas for what it should sound like, but it's always gonna take on get brought to the top of the mountain, you know, Sherpa, you know, like bring it up. So yeah, that's like the collaborative part. That's like, it's different for every band, you know, but that's how we've always done it. And yeah, we have no idea like what the next project will be, you know, but it's like definitely always gonna be us three, you know.
Yeah.
Well, because we do have an album that you guys are going to be having come out. Did we?
No idea.
Did we in 15 minutes plan when you were going to release that, or do we get to keep people waiting?
I think
We're gonna do a March 1st
March
release.
1st.
Yeah.
Hey, we made that shit happen, bro.
We did not get it on camera.
Be
Well,
there,
you guys-
count on it.
we
Let me
set
host
up
the
with
release
peer
party.
pressure.
Oh,
Yeah,
right
dude,
on.
please.
Yes.
That would be sick.
I just want to yell and stuff.
Yeah.
He's really good at
Please,
that.
please, yeah,
Oh yeah, no, don't play with me.
He will.
please.
Yeah,
I
you
will-
could come up and hype, you know.
That'd be cool.
I'll play in one song that I host.
All right.
Let's
Absolutely.
do it. Yeah, I'm
You guys are making a lot of commitments since you've been here.
We're getting peer pressure. I mean, like, I'm for it.
Oh, don't worry, it's gonna be fun the whole time.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
We have so many future plans that got locked in today. And so
March 1st.
March 1st.
Just you wait.
Nervous.
We'll be right back after these messages. We'd like to give a special thanks to Lost Giant Cider Company, always providing us with our cider beverages and the best of the cider beverages. Visit Lost Giant's Tap Room in the heart of Bellingham at 1200 Meter Avenue in the Haskell Business Center. It's just down the street from Lakeway Fred Meyer. This episode is brought to you by Menace Brewing. Menace Brewing is a pet and family-friendly brewery located in the heart of the Fountain District. Menace is family-owned and operated with 11 rotating taps and a wide array of alternative options. They are the local soccer football pub and offer many opportunities to get involved with the community. Menace has food trucks present every day, rotating events listed on their website, and print-on-demand merchandise delivered right to your door. How's it get better than that? Most times, you can stop by Menace to have a beer with one of the brewers or owners, as the brewery is a second home. So go ahead, what are you waiting for? Stop by Menace Brewing today. And welcome back.
And so far, for like how long you guys been playing, has it just been house shows? Like, where can the people typically find you to see you guys perform?
We've been trying to play more shows. We've played a big mix of venues.
We
Blue Room.
just played at the Buff.
We just played
Yeah,
a
you
Buff.
did.
Dream come true, man.
Yeah.
Check that off the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you'll come back though.
Oh yeah. definitely.
Yeah.
It's the first time check.
Exactly. We have a photo with the marquee.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always the
important.
best.
That's
feeling.
the best
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
I have a dance party coming up. It's his best night ever. I'm just gonna take that picture so that I can have that forever. I was like, that was just for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do a lot. I mean, house shows. Yeah, I don't know.
Bridge shows.
Bridge shows. Yeah.
Do you want to talk
Yeah.
about that, Jack? About the DIY?
Oh yeah. DIY
We've thrown
shows.
a good handful of like DIY, just like kind of generator shows.
In anonymous locations that shall not be named. You know?
It's always anonymous.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, honestly, it's really just about the music, and it is perceived in a negative light sometimes, and it's messed up, especially when it comes to like the certain house. I guess landlord war. I want to
Yeah.
call it like a
We have
landlord
first
war.
hand with
yeah,
that.
dude.
Oh, dude.
Our first show was at your old place. On
Yeah.
High
Yeah.
Street.
We cleared out the living room, you know, fucking.
There's-
Hey,
we,
tents
we
were
got
all-
footage of this too.
Yeah.
We like recorded the whole thing. You can check it out on
Like a little
YouTube.
time lapse of everything's clearing out.
We did have that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know if
no,
I
it
listened to
was pretty sick. No, like honestly, like there's just something that's so, as much as like playing big venues is awesome and there's so much energy in those.
Yeah.
Like there's something about being in a living room floor,
And
literally
everybody's- yeah.
like this close to the crowd. You know,
just,
Yeah.
like, leaning
Sweating
like-
on
like-
the audience
like-
members. It's like
you know,
visceral.
someone falls on stage and like I'm helping
Yeah.
pick them up, and
and
then
you're
going
still
back to
playing,
playing,
man.
like
I've seen shit
there's
like that,
there's just so
yeah.
much energy and like community that I feel like you can really find.
Because
in, like, house
afterwards,
shows.
everybody's just sitting on the grass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, afterwards, everybody, like as soon as the set
I was
ends,
asleep
like I
on
mean,
the
it's a
grass.
living room with like 100 people in it. It's fucking hot. So like after the set, everyone's like
Outside.
running outside to like.
That's what I do
right before the next one. Yeah. Hey, yo, the next person's on. Next person's on. Everybody's
Boom.
Yeah.
See, I'm a big fan of just
Repping.
just turn it up and just hit it. You know.
Just give him that guitar here, like.
Exactly.
Suddenly you have a top hat on. I don't know how it happens, man. It's great.
Now, speaking of like the DIY, I know y'all was might have been involved in a lawn stock, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
What is your experience with that? Go ahead and give us
Jack-
some
Jack-
information.
Yeah, that was Jack's lead.
Yeah.
also,
So
shout out AJ.
yeah, shout out
Shout out
AJ.
AJ.
Atomic Affair.
Yeah,
Shout-
Atomic Affair.
Shut up and listen podcast.
The
They're the best.
Yeah, it was a great time. A lot of wrenches got thrown into the gears for that whole thing, but like it was
It was such a
fantastic.
killer show.
It was so
That
great.
was- yeah.
What was your least favorite part and your favorite part?
Just
keep it a buck.
For me,
It was
my
a
least
long
favorite.
day.
It was a long day.
That's the worst.
Because not only was I playing. Because Triacs was playing.
Yeah, tried to
we were the
play.
last band on the
Yeah.
first night before
Yeah,
the DJ
headliner.
sets were supposed to start. But we were running sound for both days. So
How you want to sound for yourself?
Yeah.
You get a friend.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you up or down.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my job.
You got ears. They work.
what do you hear or what don't you hear? I have them labeled. Turn it up.
Exactly.
You know.
That's my job.
Exactly. So
No, like
the hardest part was honestly just like because it was like I think the last lawn stock was just like one day.
Yeah.
So this year it was just a lot more bands. They just upscaled it a lot, which just came with its own chaos. That just is inherent with it having more like having I think what was it like 18 bands on the bill or something like that.
There was
Like
a lot of bands.
and like 100, well, more than hundreds of people.
yeah, like it was just a big event to do.
Call it organized chaos.
Exactly.
I think it's the
Almost
only way it could've been
organized
done.
chaos.
Yeah, and then on top of it, like we showed up to set up the first day, and like, oh yeah, so we have to move the stage
That
from
was
this
fun.
house to a house down the street because the
Oh,
landlord's already found out, and they were like
Yeah.
calling the tenant saying, "Hey, you'll be evicted
Dude,
if this
they're
happens."
on it.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing was so great.
It was.
And then-
the fact
and
that the
just-
show went on
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like a success in my mind.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
100%.
It is a
And the
straight
fact that
success story.
everybody, like, even when it went from, was it High Street, and then it went
Had to go to
to
the church.
Boulevard.
Yeah.
No. The next
Oh, yeah,
day,
to
went to
Yeah.
Boulevard Park,
Yeah.
and then came to the Karate Church. That's legendary. That there was people showing up at each location. Just that's
AJ.
what you call a
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
That's community.
Dude, it was all AJ.
That
Like,
music
dude, that
community.
entire weekend, like there wasn't a time I didn't see AJ like walking around, like talking to someone on the phone,
Yeah.
like organizing something. Like, the
He's
dude's a
got,
legend.
he's got like his backpack on and he's got a smile
Yep.
on.
Yeah.
Like,
He's so happy. I
so
love
good.
it.
He's
I
just
love
like that.
AJ. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
AJ, when you get here.
Even when AJ's playing drums, where he just
Oh, dude,
Yeah, exactly.
He's
what
like,
he did, man.
dude, watching him drum, he's just in the
I
pocket.
don't think I've ever seen that guy not smiling, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm like,
It made
I-
me feel good that
I
he was
know.
like, you know.
I wish I could have that energy, but
But then,
you do.
I try, man. But like
No, you do.
sometimes-
hey, we had the energy for the set at the end of that.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
that was interesting.
That first night, the cops came to shut it down at
Legendary.
Check that off.
like
Yeah, exactly. Cops shut down the show. Boom. You know, we're in there.
and thankfully they were like, hey, like, you can play until it's 10 o'clock. So we had 20 minutes to set up and rip. And we played,
We were,
honestly,
like,
I think we played like
We were
the best,
dancing, man.
like, for me, that was like the single best 20 minutes like we ever played, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
the
pressure
You play
was
like
on.
you play like it was
Yeah,
the last time you
because
could
on
ever
top
play
of
your
it,
life.
Yeah, exactly.
the cops were sitting right on the corner, like watching us too. I was like, damn, like they're letting us go. I have to make sure it's like,
Yeah. No, it was like, I'm
We're
getting
his
arrested
audience.
at the end of this.
I don't want to get arrested for playing bad.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right, never mind.
Hey, Brennan, this shit trash. Bro. Shut it
Shit's
down.
bad, shut it down.
The power of music, man.
Wait, hold on. I want to go down the line. I'm just curious because like the way you guys' music sound and the personalities right now.
Right.
Who is just like your, let's say, top 2 bands if you can't pick one, or top 2 artists, bands, whoever.
Don't steal mine. Okay.
You can't steal. You can't steal
yours.
it. It's yours. It don't matter. It's everybody. You might have the same.
I can either pick the easiest ones or just the most obscure.
Here,
Just
I'll,
pick-
I'll
Yeah,
say
you go
this.
first.
I'll say this. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Huge.
Nuts. Nuts.
Dude, we saw their marathon sets
Yeah.
in Colorado.
Those were some pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
Red Rocks, man.
No, they're crazy.
I want to go
We-
Red Rock so bad.
We formed
amazing.
around the like 2019, 2020, right after they released "Infest the Rat's Nest," which is like my favorite Giz record. I don't know. It hits close to my heart.
I think that's a foundational Triacs moment. Was
Yeah,
like
so-
romping down to Seattle with just in what was it? Was it your car?
I don't remember.
I don't
Maybe.
know.
Yeah.
In some car,
Just-
and then just like getting in a sweaty mosh pit to some
Some
metal.
fucking van. No, there's
No,
like
car
pictures.
washes are undefeated.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There were pictures from like before and after, like going in like, and then coming out, shirt off, sweat drenched, man, like fucking
Hair's
blood.
like matted down, like.
Oh, those are on Instagram. They're so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Infest the Rat's Nest. Like this next album, Chapter 2, is all thrash metal, which
I'm
is like
soaked.
Infest the Rat's Nest. So if you're into that album, definitely. Chapter 2, Hangman, is going to be Triacs thrash metal record. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're trying to take
yeah.
everything off the list. We're taking all about the list, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Bucket
Yeah,
list.
yeah. Our bucket list is just every genre ever.
And
Pretty
getting
much,
shut down
yeah.
by cops.
Checklist.
What's yours, Jack?
Oh, that's like a very, very loaded question.
Yeah.
Like I feel
It's
like as
hard.
soon as that question gets asked, everything just leaves my brain.
Okay,
Just think about
what you
today.
saying?
Just think about today, because you think about all.
Chick
the-
Corea?
You
Yeah,
can-
honestly, like
Some
I've been
Chick
listening
Corea.
to a lot of jazz recently. So like I've been listening to a lot of like Chick Corea and like
I knew it.
he literally, yeah.
honestly I've been,
Right.
I've been listening
You
to a
said
lot
it.
of like
Yeah, I saw the math right.
like kind of like just like groovy stuff, like the Fearless Flyers kind of things, where it's just
Fine with
like
me.
Yeah, those flyers are great, man.
yeah, the Fearless Flyers with Delta Force.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Bro, that album
Yeah.
is so
Yo,
fucking
shout out.
fire.
Fearless Flyers.
Dude,
Madison
I-
Square Garden.
Like I was at work the other day and they were playing like just Ace of Aces popped up on like the radio and I was like, gotta put the Nate Smith as the Ace of Aces. That's the
Yeah.
better version. That's
Nate
the fourth
Smith.
section. Gotta play that one.
Nate Smith, man, his solo stuff is insane.
that's
Kinfolk,
rad.
that album, I love Nate Smith. It's insane.
All right, what time, man? I love this. I love this right now.
I listen to music, like, my record collection is all jazz, and then I just listen to metal, like on everything else. You know what I mean? But I'm like,
Oh, a lot of Mars Volta recently as well.
yeah, Mars Volta, definitely. There's a Seattle band that I love. They only did one album. They're called Numbers. And I used to talk to the singer a lot, Kyle Bishop. I like idolized him, you know. And they have this like electro metal thing going on, trance, I guess, like trance metal.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
That sounds crazy.
their album came out in
Yeah.
2014. It was so good, and like that was like a huge. Like there's riffs in the chapter 1 that are straight up lifted from that album. Like I have no shame admitting that. It's just like I fucking love that. And
It's not lifted. It's called interpolation.
interpolation. Yeah.
Interpolation.
It's a sample. It's a
Stay
sample.
away.
For legal purposes.
It is.
Interpolated.
No, it's true though. You know, you take it, and then now it's mine.
Look what I can do.
Apply for your discount.
There's so many things that are just quoted all the time. You know, that it's like I don't see a problem with it at all. You know.
I do the same thing, man. It's like little essences or even
Yeah.
like a quick bar.
Little
I'll give it like
callbacks.
little callbacks. Or there's like use a part of a bar and then flip it into something myself. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was all good just a
Yeah.
week ago. We'll be right back after these messages.
This episode is brought to you by Black Noise Records, located downtown off Bay Street. They pay top prices for records in Bellingham and the greater Bellingham area. Cash and store credit. Go get 10% off your next record purchase when you tell the cashier you've listened to Shut Up and Listen podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Binary Recording Studios, located where? Right here in Whatcom County. Binary has been in business for 1, 2, 3, I don't even know how long, but they are offering the best and the best and the best of the best video and audio production. So if you're a band and you're looking to record an album, or if you have any other audio recording needs, Binary Recording Studio is going to be where you need to go. My boy Bob, he will set you up. He will make sure that you are set up for what? Success. He gonna make sure that you are good to go. And welcome back.
You can buy drum packs, like guitar packs, samples from like the 90s came on like DVD. Like that's someone's idea that they sat down and recorded, but they sold it, Like,
To this day.
yeah.
The packs go crazy today, but when you find those dusty ones.
Oh yeah, it's
dusty ones.
like crazy aiming breaks and like all kinds of stuff is like, I don't know, music is like tradable. It's, it's a commodity,
I'm gonna give y'all like I know you be drumming, but if you want some like background texture breaks, you go to Black Noise Records.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He has a whole section of just shout out Nico. He has a whole section of just like drum breaks. So any producer out there, just talk to Nico, talk to Isaac, or Slap that's behind the counter. Be like, yo, where the drum breaks at? They have a whole section of them.
No,
You
it's
just
pulls out
chop
the
up,
drawer.
You know what I'm saying? Throw the. I like to throw it through like granulators and like maybe like portal or something.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
it
Just have
glitchy.
it- and just glitchy, but also just taking out all the low, so it's
Yeah.
only the high end. It's like in the back while you have your main drums here.
Kind of get that kind of lo-fi kind of sound almost.
Not
going.
it's just like
But not
kinda
even, it's like
crunchy,
just
glittery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that make sense? But it makes sense. You know?
Ornamentation.
You step
I love
on
it.
It's like
glitter
it's
and
a
going,
coarse glitter.
It sounds
you
like
know?
chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Instead of
lays
glitter
bang.
flakes, it's like glitter cubes.
Yeah, it's good. Almost like a sugar cube.
Exactly.
Might have been dipped in something.
Oh, man, sugar cubes, man.
So from the shows that you guys have done, do you guys have a favorite show, or if you want to tell us your least favorite show?
Yeah, one of the two. I want pull yours.
Or just tell us
want
both.
everything.
I already know my favorite show.
Yeah?
Yeah, that first bridge show, or the Terrastal release show.
My favorite shows have been the
Bridge.
ones we run for ourselves because
Yeah.
it's like no pressure, Like,
And plus, they're in the
Yeah.
coolest spaces. Like, they're in the coolest spots. Like,
I will say I don't think I've ever had a bad show in Bellingham.
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah.
bad shows in like some like places, but definitely
Some
not.
places.
Yeah, not Bellingham.
Hold
I mean,
on, bro. You can't just breeze up. Are you willing to? Fuck it. Elaborate.
Okay,
The exclusive.
there's
we're
a,
about banned from some venues real quick.
yeah, exactly.
So here's exactly who had me messed up.
Yeah, exactly. No, just that there's a lot of like teen spaces in sort of in Seattle and around Seattle, and like they're amazing. You know what I mean? Like I learned how to mix. You know what I mean? Like from some of them, like for live sound. You know what I mean? So I was just super involved in that scene. But it's like sometimes the shows can be just disorganized. That kind of thing. I had a really bad show at one of those. I'm not gonna name.
As an audio
names.
engineer, as the mixing engineer.
As performing, yeah, but just like they've got teens running the whole thing, you know what I mean? But it's freaking awesome.
So you just stressed about the sound, bro. You know how many? It was a house show I did.
Yeah.
That's
And-
like 90%
and
of the
homies-
thing that gets messed up at a show.
Homies brought in the speakers, bro. I'm talking about it was home when they.
Oh man.
As soon as the first boom hit,
Yeah.
I was like, can we hold on? Is it, fuck it. We
Yeah,
did
dealing with
we did the
that
whole
here.
set. You gotta rock with that, baby. Don't ever
Just turn it off.
If anything, turn off my monitors. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had moments like that of like just cut the monitors. The mix is terrible. It's just mud. I mean, it happens, man. Because I've been that guy running terrible sound. It's like you have to learn somehow.
I know both sides, man.
Like,
This is what I get for
Both
getting those people
sides.
dirty. My bad, Bob.
They're gonna fire you.
You can hear everything.
All right. So what we're gonna do right now? We got enough time. Yeah, we got enough time.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna keep talking until the end. I don't even care if you're recording.
Yeah, no, I feel like we're hanging out, right? That's how it's supposed to fucking be.
Exactly.
All right, you got a goddamn guitar.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Okay. This is a modded. It's actually a PV, but the logo is no longer on there, and it's got like that's a humbucker from like a SG, and then some stacked single coils because I hate the buzz on regular single coils.
Yes, sir.
This shit is all broken. It's got the block for the bridge. If you know about, learned that from Eric Clapton. He told me personally. No, I'm kidding.
We go way
Shout
back.
out YouTube.
Locking tuners. I mean, it's just the kind of thing I'd pick up like shitty guitars, and throw something in them and make them like, playable, So it's really difficult though because like sometimes you put a bunch of work in it and it's still not good. So yeah. But I've been trying to like get more into it and maybe like make guitars for friends, that kind of thing. So it would be fun to do.
I want an exclusive one day. But look what we're going to do right now. We're going to make an exclusive for the people.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Who wants to start it?
Oh, you want to jam, dude?
We're going to jam right now. We got limited resources. We're going to figure it out.
All right, Eric, we got to make polyrhythms, all right?
I'm gonna sit here and support.
4 over 3. That's perfect. Give me another one, Jack. Give me some bass, like boom, 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 boom.
Come to the mic. Come to the mic.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Shut up. Listen. Shut up. Listen. Shut up. Listen. At the shut up. Listen. 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 Shut up. That's like that. That's like that. Dumbledore. Ron's invading my personal bubble.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there.
New
Boss
banger.
stuff,
New banger
March
alert.
1st.
March 1st.
Made the
That's
album.
the intro of the album.
It's already there.
I don't know.
Little do you know, that was already recorded.
All of our other stuff
Yeah.
is played out compared to that, man. That was insane.
Got a
Damn it,
special
I'm
album.
tired of y'all
We gotta
boys.
Taking notes for
There is gonna be chapter 3. I've written like 3 versions so far, but I hate all of them. So it's like,
do- So still working, not on the third.
yeah, we can do that.
Well, I do want to thank you guys so much for coming out
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
joining us for this lovely podcast. Do you have any final questions you have?
Are you scared of roller coasters?
No, I love roller coasters.
Me too.
Do you like loopy loops?
I love
Oh,
a
I love
loop-de-loop.
it.
What's
Dude, the more the better.
I was like, yeah, the more the better. That's the point of
What's
a
the
roller
favorite
coaster.
theme park you ever been to?
Probably Legoland. Legoland is
Nah,
my
Cut the interview.
Like
I'm
a-
tired of you,
I've
bro.
never been,
Six
though.
Flags Magic Mountain.
Oh man, Six Flags.
Well, no,
Six Flags
no,
over
no,
Georgia,
they have-
bro.
They have a special. This specific one that I went to, I don't know where it is. It was somewhere in California. They had a
I
ride
think
that
it's
was
the
on a
northern
mountain, like a hill, and you sit in it like it's like a. sit
It's
in
fun.
It, legs are dangling,
Oh,
and
like
then it
a
tilts
strap.
you face down.
It's
And
a
you
good
go
time.
up
No,
and
that
down
would
this
mess me
fucking
up. That would
mountain,
mess me up.
like
No.
face forward. It's horrifying and amazing.
I love it so much.
I'm with
the
that.
more the loop-de-loops. The older I'm getting, I don't really like going backwards. I'll accept it, but I don't like it as much as I
you
did
ain't
as
been
a
on
kid.
enough trains.
That's different. That's so. I am not going woo on a train.
Hey, a good train.
You gotta get on one of them the bullet trains, you know what I'm saying? The ICE trains in Europe, them motherfuckers be going,
Yeah.
man. I remember going,
No, they hit
99.
200. Yeah.
it's going kind of fast.
They hit 200 or something. It's fucking
No, it's
crazy.
about 300
We don't have
kilometers.
high speed rail in the U.S. Man.
We
Like,
need
not
to.
like that,
Shout out Germany.
Germany.
Hey, love you, Uma. Yeah.
Shout out
What's your
Ramsey.
favorite? What's your favorite theme park, roller coaster park?
theme park.
While you answer this, I'm gonna get our surprise for y'all ready.
Oh yeah, we have a gift.
Yeah, we have a gift for
You have
y'all.
a gift?
I'll while they answer, I'll get it.
I
prepped.
haven't been to anything
There's a gift?
crazy. I've been to like Wild Waves.
Wild Way's a goddamn water park.
They have
Yeah, but
roller
they got roller
coasters.
coasters.
I've been trying. He does. I don't. Every time he passes it, I'm like, there's both there. Like it's a two
Yeah, in
in
St.
one.
Louis they got a Six Flags that has like I think it's Wild. I don't know if it's Wild Ways, but they got half water park, half amusement park.
We have.
Can we
Silverwood?
Can we have brands or no?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I guess yeah.
They're not
actually.
sponsoring us.
I wanted to
but-
give you guys this. Jack's pouring some shots for you, and it's just one of my favorites. Slivovitz is a plum brandy, and I wanted to give you the bottle. I have a shit ton of these. I bought a huge.
This is the best.
I bought a pallet, But this is like,
pallet?
yeah.
Talk about how the hell you get a pallet?
It's called
You
bulk.
can buy bulk. It's like wholesale in Seattle. It's like this Polish fucking store, but
Plum,
my
I'm
family's
excited.
Polish Jewish and they like this kind of shit. And it's one of my favorites. Yeah, Slivovitz.
That bitch said
So-
50% alcohol. 100
Yeah, take a look at that. That's the bottle, man. But look how clear that is. You know, that's brandy. You know.
The more you learn,
Hey, no, come on, you can don't get scared walking the camera. I don't care, bro. You
the more you learn.
Hold on,
For you.
that can be one of y'all's.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
do I get
Well, those
one?
your guys' shot glasses?
They're.
I'll take the last one.
You
Bro.
listen. If you like this, then like
He's a
respect.
guy-
But if you don't like it, also respect. Like it's something else,
I
man.
tricked that. No, that's not. Let me get that. The boy gave me
That's
some
awesome.
earlier.
And they've already tried this, but I don't know if they're ready for this love of it.
I dripped a little in my hands.
Do I get to?
Yeah,
do I,
you
do
smell
I
it?
get to use my chaser?
It's strong. It's yeah. I would recommend a chaser if you
Hey,
have
look,
one.
hey, what streamers be saying? Hey, look, chat. I suck at taking shots, but I'm gonna do it one time for the gang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
He really does.
Don't mix this with anything. man.
But we gonna get it.
Before we take the shot, I'm gonna say the words because I'm not probably gonna want to say it afterwards.
Do it, man.
Thank you for joining our podcast. It's been a joyous time. You can
Thank
listen
you.
to this podcast on any platform a podcast is on, basically.
All of them.
And you can check them out as well. And on March 1st, we decided today that there's an album coming out. So stay
March
tuned for
1st.
that. And we have an amazing website where local writers get to submit their own reviews and write reviews for shows coming up. Go check it out. And you can submit your own review or a show coming up to us.
Let us know. Help us, help you, help us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is our community. We're all working together. So if you have ideas, literally just message us. We will get back to you and we'll make sure that we can support you in any way. If you're an artist that wants to get on here, we'll get you on here somehow, some way.
You can email us, you can DM us, tag us in your stories so we can reshare them. And we also want to shout out the crew who is not standing in here yet, but we will make them take a shot with us after.
Yes.
Binary Bob
Absolutely.
with Binary Recording Studios and AJ and Jim with Rocket Soul Studios. So thank you,
Thank you,
everyone
guys.
who supports us. I'm going to make a face now.
All right, here we go.
Support us. Support
Cheers.
us.
March 1st on
thinking.
three.
March 1st.
1, 2, 3,
March
March
1st. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers.